Yo, everybody, what's going on? It's Nick, and we're back with another podcast. This is Friday, the date of the fourth game of the NBA Finals. Will be tonight. I hope I can get this out tonight. If I can't, I apologize. I had family over, so yeah, I'm recording this late. The game was Wednesday. The Celtics won. It was really close, but we're gonna talk about it. So I guess let's dive right in. I think the biggest thing I saw was they fought. Kyrie played a great game. Kyrie finally showed some heart. Kyrie had 35 points along with Luka's. I think Luka had 31 or something like that. I'll have to fact check that, but Luka had a good game. Luka ended up fouling out off a foul, off a blocking foul. In the moment, I'm glad he did, but looking back, I don't know if he really deserved to. It was a tough call to make. It was. It was a tight game, and he deserved most of the fouls he had, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, and it might be because I'm biased. So, but I think most of the fouls he got, he earned. That last foul really could have went either way. I do feel for the dude. He's now down 3-0 in the NBA Finals. The Celtics did win the third game. And I honestly don't think that the Mavs beat them tonight. I don't. Now, all right. So here's my thing on this. I don't think the Mavs get swept. I don't think the Mavs win this series. But I don't think they get swept. I think the Mavs will take the game tonight, and it hurts me to say that because I would love to see them get swept. But fight to play another day, right? That's the position they're in. So it's gonna be up to them. I don't know. They have thrown everything they have at the Celtics. It's gonna depend if Porzingis plays tonight. Porzingis has not played since game 1. I think he might have played game 2. Yeah, he played game 2. He was questionable last game, an hour before the game got ruled out. So I don't think it will dictate anything. I don't think anything changes if Porzingis plays versus if he doesn't. I mean, I think if Porzingis plays tonight and he's actually healthy, right, I think they have a better chance of winning. Don't get me wrong, right? But I think if Porzingis doesn't play, I don't think it really changes anything. I don't think he's not healthy enough to the point to where he'll change something. Now that doesn't mean he won't drop 20 points because he's just 7'3", and their matchup at center is Daniel Gafford, who's 6'10". That's a 5-inch difference, and then if Porzingis being as good as he is, I do think that matters. I think it's really just going to depend on how the Mavs play tonight. But that's how basketball works, so I don't know why I'm telling you that. I think the Mavs will take it tonight. Definitely won't be a blowout. I cannot express to you the amount of concern I have, though. The Celtics were up by 21 points. And my TV was very, very laggy. I don't know if that was for anybody else, but the TV was lagging, and it was to the point to where I had the score pulled up on my phone because that was so much more accurate. I think it was a couple minutes, like 30 seconds off. So when I saw they sent Derek White to the free throw line, or Jason Tatum to the free throw line, I wasn't worried. Kyrie dropped 35. He put on, like Jaylen Brown said, he put on a vintage Kyrie, but it wasn't enough. And the Celtics are not satisfied. They are not satisfied until I'm satisfied, and that's when that banner 18 is going to be raised. Yeah, they've had a great season, the Mavs. I don't think it's anything to look down on or anything like that. They were not supposed to be here. There was so many other teams that deserved to be here more than they did. But they earned it. So don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm saying, oh, they shouldn't be here. They didn't earn it. They earned it. But if you would have told me at the beginning of the season the Mavs were here against us, I might have looked at you a little crazy because I didn't think anybody's beating the Nuggets in the West. I don't think Dallas beat the Nuggets, but they beat the Timberwolves. So that's why basketball is such a crazy sport. Because it's not about the year before, and that can happen. If you think about it, right? So the Mavs are better than the Wolves, right? But the Wolves are better than the Nuggets, but the Nuggets aren't. But the Nuggets are better than the Mavericks, so it doesn't make sense, right? So I think if that Eastern Conference Finals would have been Dallas, Denver, I think Denver takes that. But again, we're not talking about the Western Conference Finals because it doesn't matter. Anthony Edwards got his butt handed to him. And yeah. I didn't really see anything that really concerned me in that game. Jason Tatum dropped 30, 31, and Jaylen Brown had 30. I think Jaylen Brown will win Finals MVP. At this point, Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP. I think Jason Tatum has been a big factor though. His passing, his rebounding. Let's not throw that away, right? Like he is grabbing boards. He is getting assists. He is out there playing with heart. He's just not the best player in this series. And I think, I don't know, like I said, it's going to depend on tonight. And, tonight is going to be the big factor. I'm hoping the Celtics win. I am. I just don't see where the Mavs beat the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? There was a point last game, where they were up by 20, and let's get back to where I was talking about my TV. I don't understand how I got off my ADHD brain. Anyways, so they were up by 20, and my TV lagged for a little second, and they were only down. They were only up by 11, and I was like, what did I just miss? It was 90, it was 91, 70, and then it lagged, and it was 80, 91, and I was like, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a fast comeback. And then, they went on a little bit of a run. I think they went on a 23-5 run. And the game was tied. The game was tied at one point. I was like, bro, you have got to be kidding me. Right? The Celtics are out here, doing their thing. I mean, they were hitting great shots. They were getting great shots. And then they could not shoot for the life of them. They could not shoot for the life of them. Man, you feel for them. I apologize to any Celtics haters because I know they're really sad right now. I know they're really sad. What I do think is crazy is I think the Dallas Maverick fans out there are crazy. Like, if you vote for another team but you're going for the Mavericks, that's one thing. All right, I can understand that. I can respect that. But if you're out here being a Mavericks fan and you're out here like I saw a tweet that was from the other day, right? And it was when the Celtics realize when the Celtics figure out that they're playing a real contender or whatever, they're going to be down 3-1. And then one of the comments was like, who's here when the Celtics are up 3-0? And I was laughing because I was like, yeah, but I bet you that person goes on and they're like, oh, well, the Mavericks was this, the Mavericks was that. But that wasn't your original take. That wasn't like how fast they'll switch up. Like is crazy to me. Like, just because their team's losing, they're out here like, oh, it was, they don't have playoff experience. They have a young coach in Jason Kidd. They haven't been to the finals since 2011. Like, nobody was saying that when the series was 0-0. Like, let's talk about it. Let's have a real conversation about it. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. What were you saying? Oh, right, they were gonna get their butts handed to them. Oh, right, they're down 3-0 now. What's up? What's up? All right. And sure, make the case. Luka fouling out would have changed something. Maybe. That's always going to be a what if question. Maybe. The score might be 2-1. Series might be 2-1 right now if Luka didn't foul out. Maybe. I'll give it to you. Luka's a good player. Luka hits tough shots. In crunch time, that's the person I want taking the shot. I want Luka Doncic. I don't know. I think I'd take number 7 out here, Jaylen Brown. That's just my opinion. Because I don't know. You look at the Eastern Conference Finals game 1, where he does this and Pascal Siakam's right on him and he just finds a shot and takes it. You know what I'm saying? And he makes it. It was crazy. It was crazy when he hit that shot. I remember the adrenaline rush. I was like, yeah, like the Celtics lost. And then they were like, Jaylen Brown for 3. And I was like, and I saw the clip the next day and I was like, bro, that's crazy. Because I was listening on the radio. I was coming home from something. But that goes back to my main point of MVP right here. If anybody else gets handed that trophy, they would have to have a good game tonight. A crazy game tonight to get handed that trophy. And it could happen. It could happen. Don't, but yeah. I think the Celtics take this tonight. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if they lost, but I'm not. Jason Tatum wants this bad. Jaylen Brown wants this bad. Derek White wants this bad, I'm not a big Xavier Tillman guy. So the fact that he's out here, he's playing because Porzingis is out. That really throws me for a loop because that means Al Horford is starting, which Al Horford is an amazing player. Do not get that twisted. Do not get that twisted one bit. Al Horford is probably the best center in this series. And if you want to say it's Daniel Gafford, go ahead. But I'll argue with you all day. I will. I don't. Al Horford's the best center in this series. Healthy Porzingis would be better, but Porzingis can't be healthy. Yeah. I don't. We knew that coming in. We knew Porzingis and his health. I don't know if we keep him next year. Hot take. I know, it's a hot take. But he's so injury prone and when we need him, he's out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not his fault. Don't get me wrong, man. This dude really wanted to play yesterday. And he even put out a statement. He was like, I'll play till I die. He's just so inconsistent. It's just kind of hard. Great center. He's a great center. But I think, there could be something said for that. I think we could get someone good for him. But I think he proved that he was going to be injury prone. And when we've needed him in the playoffs, I think he's played 2 playoff games. Yeah, man, that's 2-3 playoff games. That's not good out of 15 wins. 15 wins, 18 games, and he's played 3. That's 15 games just in the playoffs he's missed. Yeah. He's not consistent. He's still a good player. Don't get me wrong. Love Porzingis. He's a big part to this championship team. But in the regular season, I'll say, but in the playoffs, he hasn't been healthy enough to play. But yeah, that's what I got for today. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up for NHL. Florida's up 3-0. I hate Florida. I hate Florida with all my heart. I do. Good for them. They were the best team this year. Yeah. I'm not even going to attempt to say the other team's name, but it doesn't matter what their name is because they're not going to win. So, nobody remembers who comes in second place, right? You remember who wins. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I love every single one of you so much. I appreciate every single one of you so much. Good job.
Okay.